Detroit doesn't deserve this. Cade Cunningham doesn't deserve this. Okay, for everyone who disrespects Cade Cunningham, he had 41 points on 71% field goal percentage. All right? Cade Cunningham is that can't-miss prospect. But Detroit, it's bad, ladies and gentlemen. Troy Weaver, Monty Williams, Tom Gores, please, somebody tell us what the heck is going on. They are the 28th offensive rating in the league, the 26th ranked defense in the league. All right, we were told that the players who were going to play defense, that this team at the very least was going to be able to play defense. You have out here, besides Cade Cunningham and Bojan Bogdanovic, all right, the only guys who are able to score out there are our man, Mr. Jaden Ivey, all right, and like a little bit of Marvin Bagley, Isaiah Stewart, Asar Thompson, all right. We had a little Al Burks out there too, but it's rough. And I want to hear Pistons fans. I want to hear NBA fans. What do you guys think of this? It's awful. It's awful. It's not fun. And I want to talk about something. James L. Edwards of The Athletic did a great job right here writing this. So this year, the team went out and got themselves Monty Williams, drafted Asar Thompson and Marcus Sasser. And now with Monty Williams running the show and everyone being tired of losing, we all thought this was going to change them. You know, we heard Mr. Troy Weaver say that he wanted the Pistons to play in meaningful games. But the problem with this roster, you guys know what the problem with this roster was? And James L. Edwards does a great job of addressing this, was the Pistons were trying to do this with a team that was younger than the roster from the season before. Okay, and the veterans that they had on this team would get injured in training camp. And then Cade Cunningham was returning to NBA action for the first time in nearly a year. And instead of spending over $30 million in cap space in actual meaningful players, they went out and their biggest additions were Joe Harris and Monty Morris. And also, James Wiseman was their biggest trade deadline move that they gave up Sadiq Bey for. So that's how we got to the point of today, 27 consecutive losses. The very young Pistons, who started the season 2-1, are now 2-27, 27 losses in a row. And you know why? It's because no one on this roster knows how to win. It's because no one has done that before at this NBA level. Nobody on this team has won. And injuries early created any chance of chemistry. Prioritizing flexibility, specifically cap flexibility and roster flexibility, which is something that previous regimes in Detroit hadn't done, didn't allow Detroit to upgrade the way that it needed to in order to climb out of the NBA's dungeon. Monty Williams has taken a while to learn his new team. Troy Weaver and his staff have not put together the most cohesive roster as it pertains to providing shooting and defensive depth, particularly on the wings, for Cade Cunningham to have success. And despite that, they could have drafted Tyrese Haliburton over Killian Hayes. They traded Bruce Brown for a second-round pick and a player that isn't in the NBA anymore. He could be helping them. Look at what he's doing for the Pacers. The future could be way nicer if they had put more veterans to help put wins on the board, like the Rockets did, as a lot of their responsibility is on the hands of 22 and under players. So, under Troy Weaver, the Pistons have decided to prioritize youth, and they've wanted to build through the draft the right way. And the reason Detroit took this route is because over the last 4 seasons, they've had to. They've had to because they haven't done it over the last 10. And it hasn't worked so far, and it's even worse on the court. And right now, the moving path forward is to continue to play through and see this through because they have young players, they have flexibility, and it might be hard. But look, what they need to do is figure out how they're going to be able to churn. Like, I don't think they need to go out and start making rash moves. What would be considered rash moves here? A rash move would be them going out and getting free agents that they don't need this offseason, feeling like flustered and being like, oh my God, we need to go out and get so-and-so. No, don't do that. What they do need to do is go out and I don't think they need to go and make a trade. Don't do a Blake Griffin trade, okay? Don't get Zach LaVine, okay? Do not get Zach LaVine. That's another thing. Zach LaVine, not the answer. None of these guys are answers. It's staying the course, building through the draft, and knowing that this team can turn around with the proper tutelage. If you do believe in what Troy Weaver is building, then stay here and let's build it through Troy. But if you don't believe in what Troy is building, then you need to move forward. Because that's the big thing right here. You need to have faith in your team that they're going to be able to, put it all together and have success. Because so far, there hasn't been much success to show. And that's why everyone's frustrated. And what I would do right now, would I make a trade? Yes. But not for someone big. I would make a trade for someone small. Okay? Let's find some salary. I'm not saying let's eat salary. Okay. The way I see it is, what's a bad contract that's expiring that we get? Maybe Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward's playing really good. Okay? But maybe we can convince them with a combination of Monte Morris, Joe Harris, and maybe a young guy. They'll send us Gordon Hayward and a second-round pick. And Gordon Hayward, who's playing really good, could fit next to Bojan Bogdanovic. And that way, this team might be a little bit better. But the thing is do they want to win? Okay, that's if they want to win. I don't think they should care about winning. Trade Bojan Bogdanovic. That's the real trade. The real trade is trading Bojan Bogdanovic, trading Monte Morris, trading Al Burks, trading everybody. And moving forward with Jalen Duren, Jaden Ivey, Cade Cunningham, and Asar Thompson as the core four and building around those four players. That's the real truth. That's what they really should do if they do believe that they can turn this around, in my opinion. And that's what I would do, because anything else would be a half-ass measure. And I don't think that's fair to the fans of Detroit. I don't think that's fair to anybody. And it makes you wonder, what will they do? What success will they have? And how quickly can that happen? And go check out James L. Edwards' article that he does a great job. I just used the end where he talks about just the Pistons. But yeah, I want to hear you guys' opinions. It's absurd. It's crazy. It's something that, if you're a Pistons fan, I'm a Wizards fan, Timberwolves fan, Magic fan. Hey, Detroit, I feel for your pain. Okay? And I understand the sense of hopelessness and the sense of nothingness that's happening. So, how do we get here? Because this team blows. And it's meant to blow, but they got to do it. So, I want to hear your opinions down below in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts down below. If there's anything else you guys would have liked to have heard, let me know. But that's going to be it for me. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you.